Greetings everyone, this is Alt Lexington on the 11th of September 2019 at about midday. So we have new content released in the game as of this date. Awakening, I believe it's called. Which means a new story arc called Jaula's Discovery. We start with a new episode called Beneath the Skin, and then I believe the rest of them are patrols. New patrols that have been added. And if we go to the Events tab, which is a new tab, we can see that this episode and its patrols are part of an event that leads you to receive a reward, a free ship, an Alachi ship. Once you've made enough progress on this event, you'll get that ship. You can also buy out if you don't want to play the event. Also, there's a new TFO, Mycelial Realm. So today I figured I'd play all this new stuff in this video. We'll see how much we can get through in one sitting. But before I do that, let's just show you what build I'm using. I've got my Fleet Shran Pilot Escort. I've decided to use this even though it's very squishy. And not fully upgraded. And the build doesn't really make much sense, but I had to go with what I had. I wanted a phaser scatter volley build. Phaser cannon scatter volley. So we've got the quad phaser cannons. They're not upgraded and they're not with any of its set. We've got slightly upgraded sensor-linked dual heavy cannons. The Terran Task Force dual heavy, which is phaser variant from the Tier 6 reputation for the Terran weapon. And it's not with any of its set. And an Agony Phaser Energy Torpedo, so it will be boosted by the same things that boost by phaser cannons. We've also got Heavy Biomolecular Phaser Turret from the Undying reputation, I believe. But I've put it with two of its consoles. Hydrodynamics, which improves my turn rate, which is a little lacking on this ship without this. And gives me accuracy, and I hear from other players that accuracy is important when using cannons. It's also with its other console, Counter Command Multi-Conduit Energy Relay, which I believe is an episode reward, which gives phaser damage. But if we click on the more details, we can see that because I've got 3 pieces of the 4-piece set, I get the 2-piece bonus and the 3-piece bonus. The 2-piece gives me 7.5 phaser damage and an increased chance for this weapon to add a kind of disease to my enemy, biomolecular type disease. And the 3-piece bonus does the same, except to multiple targets instead of just one target. I've also got the Advanced Inhibiting Phaser Turret, which I believe it comes from the competitive reputation, but I'm not certain on that. And it's on its own for its 2.5% chance of taking the enemy engines offline. So this biomolecular gives the disease to my weapons, to my enemies that I shoot at. And this one will knock their engines offline with any luck. Whereas the rest are just standard phasers, this one increases as the enemy's health decreases. It increases its damage. We've gone with 3 pieces from the colony. We've gone with the Protomatter Deflector from the Draenor colony for its critical chance and critical severity. We've got the Protomatter Warp Core because it's just a nice handy core with a 66% power transfer rate. And the Colony Shield because it's not a bad shield. But for the engines, we went with Prevailing Innovative Impulse Engines from the competitive reputation. Now, I should say up front that I don't like these engines. I find they give you a speed boost when in combat, but on a cannon turret boat, you're a forward-firing boat, so you need to do strafing runs to your target. And I usually find that the speed boost that these engines give occurs right in the middle of your strafing run, cutting your timing target down by half. So you're heading towards the enemy and suddenly you get a speed boost which shoots you straight past the enemy, so your time on target with your weapons is reduced. And also I find it makes the ship very hard to control at those speeds. But still, I'm using it because it seems to fit this ship. A lot of players use it because they like to adjust their speed while in combat. I'm not very good at doing that because I haven't got the greatest mouse to use my mouse wheel to adjust my speed. And besides, I like to use my mouse wheel for zooming in and out instead of speed adjustments. So yes, I don't like this engine, but it seems to be fitting for this ship. Because I'm not looking to do any serious DPS, so I don't mind. So I'm not too bothered if my time on target is reduced. Due to flying straight past the enemy at high speed. Also, this ship has an experimental weapon slot, and I believe this weapon came with the ship. It's the Hypercharged Field Projector, which gives accuracy. And you need accuracy for a cannon turret boat. For my devices, Temporal Negotiator to reduce the cooldown on my science team and engineering team, so I can get some good heals in. Red Matter Capacitor to give me a little power boost when I'm running low on power. I don't tend to use battery consumables these days because who wants to keep crafting all that and having to keep replacing them as you consume them. I've got Dynamic Power Redistribution Module from the prototype Dreadnought, which came out of the, I believe it was the Undiscovered Lockbox. And it's one of the best consoles in game. It gives damage resistance and it improves your energy weapons. I paired it with another console from its set, point defense bombardment warhead, which improves your projectile damage from my agony torpedo, but it also fires its own torpedo that shoots at the enemy as it travels towards it before blowing up right next to it with a huge explosion. It doesn't do much damage, but it looks good. And because these two consoles are part of a two-piece set, I get 33% added phaser damage for having two pieces. The whole is more than the sum of its parts. I've also got Domino for 15% phaser damage and more accuracy, plus firing cycle haste if I click it. I've got Approaching Agony for its 15% phaser damage, and it's a nice clicky as well. When you click it, a ball of energy fires from your ship, takes a moment to activate, and when it fires from your ship it hits the enemy and creates an agony field around the target, which I believe gives the enemy crew a headache, so they don't perform so well. That's my roleplay of it anyway. I believe Domino came with the Bajoran Raider. Oh, and this one came from the NX Enterprise, Captain Archer's ship from the lobby store. Approaching Agony came from the, I believe it was a Deep Space Nine lockbox. I can't be certain, memory fails me there. And I've got this Weapon Sensor Enhancer for its accuracy rating to help with my cannons. This is a lobby store console. I've already explained this one that gives me flight turn rate, which I need on this ship because my flight turn rate isn't good. Or, well, it wouldn't be good without this. With this, it's quite good. This one, I've already explained this with its phaser damage. This one, Universal Hostile Acquisition. This gives me 30% accuracy, which is another good amount of accuracy for cannons. Forgive me if I sound a little tired. I've had trouble waking up this morning. And I've got Vulnerability Locators for phaser damage and the critical chance. 3 of them. My mastery is complete. I'm using a shield visual, the Gamma Task Force Vanity Shield, to give my ship that purple glow. And if I look at this, my hull is pretty weak, my shields are fairly weak, and the regeneration rate isn't great. The resistances are okay, that's due to a trait that I'm using, but they're not brilliant. They're a bit below what you'd really want. My accuracy is 130, so that's a hell of a lot of accuracy, which is what you need on a cannon boat, I believe. Much of your accuracy won't count to your weapons hitting the target, because once you get up above a certain amount of accuracy on your ship, the excess after that gets converted into critical severity. And since my critical severity isn't that high, this accuracy will feed into that nicely to increase that. And I've got an okay critical chance. So I can hit the target, I can get a bullseye on the target, and my bullseyes will cause a lot more damage than a standard hit. Not much to say here. Bit of maneuvering and accuracy and critical hit and penetration. Here, shield's resistance is dreadful. Control resistance and shield resistance are absolutely dreadful on this ship. So I do need to heal quite a lot while in combat, and sometimes I have to evade combat to give myself chance to heal if the cooldowns are taking a while. So sometimes I will fly out of combat just to wait for a heal. It's got good torpedo resistance by the looks of things. And its flight speed is 43, which is pretty good, but its turn rate is only 6.8, which isn't very good. However, with the boosts I get from this prevailing engine, that shouldn't really be a problem. Plus there's that turn rate, where is it? On one of these consoles. There it is. Hydrodynamics gives you a bit better turn rate. For my skill tree, same as always, tactical ultimate. Whatever's left over goes into engineering while making sure I've still got 3 points for targeting. Engineering is mostly just for the hull and a little bit of speed because I'm used to flying cruisers, which I'm not doing today. For specialization, strategist as secondary, mostly for this diversionary tactics clicky that persuades the enemy I'm not a threat when actually I am. And intel as primary. This clicky gives armor penetration, but it's got a long cooldown. I did think about using pilot specialization on this ship since it's a pilot ship, but I found that gave me... I've already got a lot of speed and turn rate because of the horrible engines, so I didn't really want pilot as well because that would have made me too fast. Traits: cannon training and accuracy. They speak for themselves. Nadion bypass, always good for an engineer, to buff your weapons every time you hit Nadion inversion tool. Duelist fever to give me more accuracy when I kill something. Fluidic cocoon for more energy damage. Grace under fire to improve the cooldown for miraculous repairs, which is essential on this ship. Miraculous repairs and its trait is essential on this ship because it's, as I say, squishy. Very squishy. Fleet coordinator in case I join a team match, but I also believe this works on allied NPCs. This reduces my threat, which is another essential on this ship, plus it gives me critical severity, which I need. And this one, it's not that great, but it's good enough to fill up a gap. I could put something else here. This is the one you can change out for whatever you feel like. For starship traits, we've got speed up my firing rate, extend the duration of my scatter volley, adds a debuff to my weapons. Whenever they hit a target, the target will be debuffed with a slow turn rate and minus damage resistance. Whenever I fire my torpedo, this trait will improve my weapons, and invincible to keep me alive when my hull and shields drop. I believe this one comes from the Arbiter Battlecruiser. This one comes from the Defiant. This one from the Green Raider. this one from one of the flagships, and this one from, I keep forgetting what this ship is, comes from the episode Year of Hell where we saw this ship. I keep forgetting the name of the ship. It's a Lobby Store ship it comes from. For my space traits, critical severity, critical chance, armor penetration, more armor penetration, and resistances. That's what's making my resistance a lot better than it would be on this ship. And active space traits are active reputation traits are all the space ones. Well, the useful ones anyway. As for stations, I've got an Orcs to Bat build on this, which I don't normally go for. So I've got Engineering Team for my hull, Orcs to Bat to reduce cooldowns on my Bridge Officer abilities, Reverse Shield Polarity because it's better than Emergency Power to Shields because it doesn't share a cooldown with Emergency Power to Weapons. More Orcs to Bat, that's good to have 2 of them chaining. And Overload Integrity Field, which improves my hull healing. And it helps heal a team as well. It puts out a big green circles around my ship that heals me and anyone who enters those circles. Any ally. Science Team for my shield heal, hazard emitters, an extra hull heal, and wipes clean debuffs, I believe. Chemocyte to give radiation damage to my weapons on top of the biomolecular damage. Tactical Team to put my best shields between me and the enemy. Beta to debuff the enemy, reduce the enemy's buffs or resistances. Torpedo Spread free, because why not, and Scatter Volley free, because this is a Scatter Volley build. For duty officers on the ground, I've got Neil Falconer, who works on both ground and space, so he's a odd one that comes from the promotions tab in the C store, the Zen store, sorry. And for active space, I've got chance for accuracy every time I hit tactical team, because accuracy is important on cannons. Critical chance for my weapons, critical severity for my weapons, and I've got 3 technicians, all exactly the same, for my Orcs to Bat build, because every time I hit Orcs to Bat, which I've got on my keybind here, it reduces cooldowns. Which means I can click emergency powder weapons more often. And scatter volley and so on. Now, I don't know whether there's going to be any ground part to these missions, these new content, so I may as well show off what I'm using on ground as well. So, I'm not very great at builds, especially ground, and I've got the wrong weapon there. So I'm going to change that now. So for ground, I've got 2 pieces of the Nicole Temporal Operative set, which is the plasma weapon, and the shield, because with both pieces you get extra critical chance and critical severity. I've got fleet armor for more critical severity, 80%, and the Romulan Navy kit for critical chance and critical severity, plus it gives extra plasma damage from my secondary weapon, my Nicole weapon, not that I use it that much. But my primary weapon that I'm using today is from the Delta reputation, and it's an anti-proton weapon that I found I enjoy using because it fires anti-proton bolts that are pretty fun, and its secondary attack fires a cone of energy at the enemy that does a fair bit of damage and knocks them on their butt. I've got a medical generator, a shield dome, a turret, a shield heal, and some mines. So if we look at my duty officers again, for the ground ones, this officer helps out my force field dome, gives it a chance to knock back enemies that collide with it. This officer will beam in an additional turrets whenever I use a turret. These 2 officers, whenever I use my medical generator, it has a chance of putting down a shield generator along with it, even though I've not got a shield generator here. I've just got the dome. And EMH, whenever you use a hypo, he acts like a decoy. He tries to tell the enemy not to shoot you by waving his hands about, I believe. For my devices, gambling device, energy weapon battery, hypos, and shield battery. I'm going to need more hypos than that, I believe. If I've got any, that is. No, I don't think I've got any, but I don't usually use those sort of things anyway. I might have to buy some, actually, because I think I've run out. Those are the ones for the removes holds and stuns for 3 seconds, increase maximum health by 25. Oh, I could use these. Although normally I'd use these for Borg, I believe. Let me just take them out, just in case I'm going to need something to heal me with. Ah, those are the Borg ones. I believe I'm getting a little bit confused here, but still. We'll keep them to one side for now, since I've ran out of hypos. I'm not sure, can you buy them from Kabali Prime? Which is where I'm located at the moment, or do I have to go to Earth Space Dock to fetch them? Is the exchange down on Kabali Prime? I know what. I can go to the Dyson Sphere and buy some hypos. I should have noticed that before I started this video. I also forgot to go through my ground traits. so I can do that while we're travelling to the Dyson Sphere. My ground skills are mostly weapons and a bit of armour. And I don't change my active traits when I go to ground, because who can be bothered to do that? I've got penetrating rounds for armour penetration, rifle training because I'm using a rifle, ambush fighter for flanking damage. I must remember to try and flank enemies. Lucky for its chance to expose, so if I'm flanking and exposing at the same time, that'll be a good thing. Extra damage. Resists. A debuff. Damage resistance. If I do take damage, if I don't take damage, then extra firepower. And this turns my orbital strike into a tracking beam. This gives me bonus damage, critical severity, critical chance, armor penetration, and more armor penetration. So that's what I'm using on the ground. Maybe I should show my away team officers as well. Well, all I've got is the holographic version of the original crew. The original Enterprise crew. Scotty, Spock, Chekhov and McCoy. And you can see they have Scotty is the turret guy and heals my shields with this. Chekhov is basically grenade guy that improves firepower. Spock uses his exotics, and McCoy heals. So healer, exotic damager, firepower damager, and turret guy, fabrication guy. So I'm just going to pop to somebody who can sell me hypos, if I can find them. So let's beam down. I've noticed there's a bit of lag since the new content come out, but that's always teething problems. Right, who would I buy hypos off around here? What's he do? Nope. I know there's a place to buy them in Space Dock, Earth Space Dock, but is there a place to buy them here? Nope, that's the shipyard. That's the bank and exchange. That looks like the ground supplies. Maybe it's here somewhere. Consumables. Hypos, there we go. I'll just get 100 of them. I've got the cash. good thing about having all these hypos in my inventory is that when I put them on my character, the 20 in the stack plus all the ones in the inventory show up here. So it says I've got 100 hypos. I might as well do the same for my shields. So now I've got 72 shield batteries, and the same for my energy batteries for my weapon. So now I have 80 odd of them. That should be helpful. Before I get too long-winded doing this, saying all this, talking about all this stuff, I should actually just get into the new content and play it. So I click here, go to the Events tab, and there's the new episode, and I believe its storyline continues in these patrols here. However, if you go to the select patrol button, you can see they're in the wrong order. A different order to as they are in the story arc. So you have to make sure you play them in the right order the first time. And this will be my first time. This is a blind playthrough. I haven't kept up on the storyline because I can never remember it, so I don't know what Ja'ula is up to. But I'm just going to go in blind and see what's what, basically. And I should also show that my setting is on advanced, which is a big bad mistake for us going in blind, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I click the play button, and it seems that nothing has happened.
This is
There we go.
Of the LSS Riskava. My research group is under attack in the Andoria system. We believe the attackers are allied with House Mokai in service to Matriarch Ja'ula. Their flagship is using some kind of super weapon. We've lost 3 ships to it already. To all vessels within range, please. We require immediate assistance. We can't last much longer against...
Wow, our old friend Kamaki is under attack by Ja'ula and with a new super weapon. And what's she doing in Andoria? Go to Andoria in the Beta Quadrant and repel Ja'ula's assault on the system. What's she doing in the Beta in Andorian system? As you can see, 45 appointment progress. That's the points, I believe, that go towards your Elachi starship. Also for this, we'll get a faction appropriate Elachi bridge officer. Wow, that should be interesting. Although I've got all my bridge officer slots full. And a boring shield. Or what looks like a boring shield. You may choose one of the following, and there's only one. That's probably because each week they'll add another one and make a set or something. They sometimes do that with new content, new episodes. They add in more rewards each week as to give you an incentive to play the episode again and again and again. And if you're doing that on 20 characters, it's going to be tedious. You'll never want to play the episode again afterwards. Anyway, accept. Let's transwarp to the mission start location, if I've got the cash, which I have. I'm sorry about that rather boring intro to all of this, but I figured people would want to see what kind of build I'm using. A moon with a oxygen-argon atmosphere orbiting a ringed gas giant, Andoria is one of the founding worlds of the Federation and home to almost 1 billion inhabitants. Most Andorian settlements are underground and connected by thousands of kilometers of tunnels. However, a portion of the northern... What's that? I can't see that, my eyes are bad. Northern wastes have been set aside as a public area for visitors to the planet to enjoy its frozen beauty. Well, I don't think we're going to be visiting that part because that's the patrol part or something. Let's go to Beneath the Skin. Let's begin. It's about bloody time now. We're only 40 minutes into the video.
Oh, thank you for coming, my friend.
You're welcome.
Things were looking quite grim before your arrival. The Mokai vessels attacked without warning. Be mindful of their flagship. It has a super weapon of unknown origin, and it is devastating.
Thank you, Kamaki, for the warning. We've got to be very careful around their flagship, which is probably the IKS Lucara. My eyesight's not very good for reading small text. Bold of them to attack Andoria in the heart of the Federation. Yeah.
We'll need to act fast if we're going to save Andoria.
Very well. What can you tell me about the raiders? She's cute.
The Mokai ships are old, but they've been retrofitted with modern technology. Matriarch Jaula has been busy since her arrival from the 23rd century. Look, this cowardly attack took us by surprise. We need to deal with these raiders before that super weapon gets turned on my homeworld. Agreed?
So, Jaula has upgraded her 100-year-old ships. Agreed. We're moving to assist. Okay, so where's that flagship that we've got to avoid? The Lucara, by the looks of things, is it? We've got to be very careful around that one, so let's clear the road first. I'm nervous, I don't know what difficulty this is because I've got it on advanced difficulty and I don't know how it's going to scale to me. Episodes are usually easier than team matches though. See what I mean? This ship is rather a bit too fast to be controllable with the competitive engines. But I'm getting some nice firepower. My firepower for these cannons and turrets isn't great, but it seems to boost up quite nicely with all the traits and buffs that add on to it. So it doesn't look great when standing still, but it seems to increase. It's about 2900 damage, phaser damage per cannon. That buffs up quite well when I hit a clicky. Let's get this one out the way. Hey, don't you put me in a tractor beam. Bit biomolecular turret. Whoa, too close to the atmosphere. Hang on, did I get a bit of lag there? Let's heal up a bit before we get into the next battle. Oh, what put my engines offline there? Give him some agony. There goes the agony. Boom. Are you in agony yet? Does that hurt? Speed boost took me out of combat for a bit. But that's fine, I kind of need the healing time. Come on, get them both in range. Reverse pilot maneuver. Mustn't forget this one over here. I could have gone with a rapid fire build on this ship, but I've been using that a lot lately and I wanted to try scatter volley again. Bit of shielding. I'm flying cautiously because I know this ship is difficult for me to pilot due to it's so fast compared to my usual cruisers. So I won't hit full impulse to kill my energy weapons. Bit of hull penetration on this one just to clear my way. Now I can go for the flat ship. But we'll keep moving just in case. I don't want that super weapon hurting me too much, unless it's supposed to hurt me as part of the storyline. There it goes. Oh, that's the same weapon she fired at Starbase 1. Oh no, it looks like it's been modified. Hurt her! Kill her! Whoa, too much speed. Can't hurt her. Give her some agony. She's not taking any damage. Whoa. What is that?
We've driven off the Mokai, but they left a very disturbing problem in their wake. We're not exactly sure what that rift is, or what it's capable of.
I think I can guess.
To those questions. Andoria is my home, and I won't let it come to harm on my watch.
We'll get to the bottom of this, Captain, by gum. I think I can guess what that is because it wasn't exactly unannounced. Just sniff out some mushrooms.
My readings are showing a distinct biological presence with qualities similar in many ways to that of fungi. Very intriguing. I'm afraid astromycology is not my specialty. I believe we'll need to consult with an expert in the field if we're to solve this riddle quickly.
Experts in astromycology are uncommon. I would have thought she would be an expert in mushroom type things because the Lucari technology is all based on plants and bioenergy. But their ships aren't organic, which is also odd. They just have organic power generation and stuff. Yes, they are uncommon.
I realize the scientific aspects of the rift are fascinating, but let's not forget this thing appeared as a result of Ja'ula firing her new weapon. It's not benign. It's meant to do harm. The way I see it, this rift is a ticking time bomb, and we need to shut it down before it explodes. Period.
Before it explodes. Yeah, that's gonna bang.
My science team has isolated a series of research files that could help us. They're old, from the mid-23rd century. Interesting. A good number of them are classified by Starfleet Command at the highest level.
Yes, I know why, because the Discovery, the Enterprise crew and the Discovery crew left behind at the end of the last episode of the Discovery TV series all decided to cover up everything to do with the Discovery, didn't they? And with Control and Section 31, if memory serves, which it never does. What would Starfleet classify astromycolo... mycon... Blah. Why would Starfleet classify weird sciencey Trek talk research?
That's a damn good question. Not sure I want to know the answer. Look, finding an astromycologist from this century and getting them up to speed on this will take time, and we don't have a lot of that. I propose we create a holographic simulation of the author of these files and put it to work on the problem.
Yeah, let's create Stamets. How's that for a spoiler? Sounds like a plan, Captain. Let's create Mr. Happy Mushroom himself.
Good. Let's meet here on the Hoffman. I'll talk to Starfleet about gaining access to these research notes. See you soon.
On my way, Captain. I'm brewing the mushrooms as we speak. And that's my away team, the original crew. I think it was an event that happened that allowed you to claim the original crew as holograms.
Hope you're ready to go to work, because we have a lot of work to tackle and very little time to do it in.
Oh, is this an Intrepid class ship? Any updates on the Rift?
Some. My people believe we're looking at some kind of quantum-level mycelial thread. Basically a giant extra-dimensional fungus. A giant extra-dimensional fungus that somehow serves as a portal into another plane of existence.
So how do we close this portal? So that we don't all get high on the mushrooms.
We're working on that with you, the Lucari, and hopefully the hologram we're about to deploy. Let's hope they have the data we need to get the job done.
To the holodeck then. My away team can meet up when we know what we're doing next. If only we had 7 of 9. Oh, that was a short trip to the holodeck. Different deck configuration than on Voyager.
Okay, let's get started. I'll initiate the basic holomatrix while you upload and integrate the relevant personality and research data.
Okay, personality and research data. He's a scientist. He likes mushrooms and he's a bit of a pushover when it comes to people like Tilly. Understood. Upload profile.
Okay, merging your data with the core holomatrix. Now, computer, initiate program Papa Sierra 1.
Starfleet. I should have known. There's no way in hell I'm letting you weaponize my work. Also, I don't appreciate being kidnapped, drafted, whatever this is.
Damn it. The simulation isn't accessing data from his Starfleet career. Computer, initiate full security override on my authority.
Hello? Is your universal translator working? Anyone? Who's in charge here? You? It's you, isn't it?
That should do it. Computer, reinitialize program.
Please state the nature of the mycelial emergency.
Ha! We're upgrading you to tactical scientist. Emergency mycelial hologram.
You know, I was afraid something like this would happen. I told Strahl that our work could get twisted into some sort of weapon. I never expected the Klingons would be the ones doing the twisting.
There's a trans-dimensional portal that seems fungal in nature. What you been dealing?
Give me a second. Reviewing your current data. Got it. Okay, we need to know more about the probes this time-traveling Klingon fired into the mycelial network. I'll run some simulations, see what I can find out.
So I've got a choice of responses. What can you tell me about What can you tell us about the mycelial network? I already know that. What threat does Jaula's weapon pose? That's a good one to ask. We can set up a lab here for you. I think we'll start with that one first.
All right, any more questions, or shall we get back to work?
Oh, that was an unusual response. Tell me about the mycelial network. We already know, but why not?
It's a subspace realm that spans the entire multiverse. That's our universe and all other quantum realities all connected to the network. The network contains the roots of a certain type of fungus, and if you know how, you can use the spores of that fungus to access the network. I'm one of the few people to figure out how to do that, by the way. I'm assuming that's why I'm here now.
So, if the mycelial network connects all quantum universes, then wouldn't the fungal territory be the space between realities? As Data would say, the lack of dimension is a dimension in of itself. Wow. Among other reasons,
The
yes.
Discovery was equipped with a spore drive, and with it we were able to travel immense distances almost instantaneously, thanks to the network. It wasn't always an exact science, though. If you weren't careful, you could wind up in another dimension, or another time.
Or between dimensions. Actually, it's between realities. Some people often mistake the word dimension with reality. I think dimension is what? Length, height, depth, and mass? Something like that. Whereas reality is referring to what you perceive around you. I see. Glad we're able to call on your expertise. Yep, let's suck up to him until he does what we want, and then we'll delete him.
All right, any more questions, or shall we get back to work?
How dangerous is Jaula's weapon?
I need more data on this Klingon superweapon, but if I were to guess, I'd say it's meant to disrupt a localized section of the network. That disruption, in turn, damages the corresponding section in our universe. Problem is, damage in the mycelial network tends to spread and grow in magnitude. Unchecked, this type of attack could spread through the entire network, which would be very bad.
Exactly how bad are we talking here?
Bad on an apocalyptic scale. Simply put, if she keeps doing this, she could bring an end to all life in all universes.
Understood. I feel the stakes have just been raised considerably. Yeah, I'd say. I don't think Jaula knows what she's doing. She wouldn't deliberately wipe out all life, surely. She'd rather just hurt her enemies. It would be very dishonourable and self-defeating to wipe out all life.
All right, any more questions, or shall we get back to work?
Let's get to work. Computer, configure mycelium research laboratory. Oh, I'm going to create a research laboratory simulation. A simulation of a science lab.
Nice touch. I'd have been fine with a lab from this century, but it's the thought that counts, I suppose. I'm going to run some calibration tests. I'll need you to handle the radiation and spore saturation levels.
I think we've created a set from Discovery. Yep, there's the tardigrade chamber. How will that work?
I'll start the calibration, then the monitors will show you the level of radiation and spore saturation in the chamber. You'll need to adjust it up or down as we go. Don't let it get too high or too low. If the levels go out of bounds, I'll have to reset the simulation. That's annoying, so don't do it.
Oh, got it. Watch the radiation and spore levels. Use the appropriate console to keep them in the safe range until the simulation completes. So I'm guessing this will be a mini game. Continue. Where is the console we need? Oh, so we just stay here and do it. Computer, begin mycelial research simulation. Oh, this is it. Oh, no, we are here. So I've got to radiation level, spore level. Let's radiation conversion. Spore. Whoops. I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do here.
High. Reduce it before it crashes the simulation.
Spore saturation, radiation conversion.
The simulation is picking up speed. Increase the radiation level. It's getting. The simulation failed. Let's try again when you're ready.
What? Well, that didn't make sense at all to me. It's a new mini game. That's what it is. We've got to learn it. So these levels have to stay in the blue, but they're all for radiation, plus radiation, minus radiation. So what if we do that? Nope, that's wrong. What if we do that? Yep, that's right. And it's only moving the top one. It's not moving the second one.
The simulation is picking up speed. Stay sharp. Increase the radiation level. It's getting. The simulation failed.
I don't understand what I'm supposed to do because it all says radiation. It says nothing about spores. How am I supposed to adjust the spore level? Radiation's getting too high now. So I reduce it. Ah! I think I'm getting it. Reduce it again.
The simulation is picking up speed. Stay sharp.
Plus radiation. Plus radiation.
Spore saturation is getting low.
Minus radiation. How? There is nothing to turn spore up with.
Well, the simulation crashed like a lead balloon, but I think we have. All right, we're good here. Let me take a look at the results. Interesting.
I think you were
First
supposed to
thing,
fail.
We can use the rift to transport into the mycelial network, which is good because we need to go there to figure out what this Jaula is up to.
Hang on a minute. I could adjust the radiation with plus 10 or 20 or minus 10 or 20, but I couldn't do anything to the spores. I must have missed a bit of dialogue or something. Either that or it's a bug, which I don't think in this case. Anyway, first we need to use the rift to transport into the mycelial network, which is good because we need to go there to figure out what Jaula is up to. What? We're going to beam into the mycelial network? Huh? Come again?
Sorry, got ahead of myself there. I'm detecting radiation coming from the rift of a type unique to 23rd century Klingon tech. It's probably coming from those probes Jaula shot into the network. Whatever they're doing in there, it's probably not for the benefit of life, the universe, and everything.
Understood. Next moves.
Sounds like we need to send an away team into this mycelial network to gather more data on the problem and deal with whatever House Mokai is doing there.
Where is she? Oh, there she
Set up
is.
a mobile emitter so Stamets here can go along. I have a feeling we'll need his expertise on the other side of that rift.
Understood. Let's do this thing. Computer, end program. And he wasn't part of that simulation. He's an independent hologram. Does he need a mobile emitter? Return to the transporter. Obviously he's got a mobile emitter. Yeah, there it is. It's on his arm. Look. He's got it there. Did they say something about that and I missed the dialogue?
Alright, transporter's ready and standing by to beam you into the mycelial network. I took the liberty of sending your ship the adjustments. Your away team will be ready to join you there. Just say the word when you're ready to go.
The word is given.
Good luck in there. We'll be monitoring from here.
I think
Energize.
this Andorian woman can rival Kamaki. Whoa, here we are. Chill out, dude. We're in the Mycelial Network, dude. Let's relax. Chill. Wow. It's like the movie Avatar.
Welcome to the Mycelial Network.
Welcome to your new Navi eyes. And your new 3D environment.
Alright, we don't have a lot of time. Between her weapon and whatever tech she's put in here, Ja'ula's done a lot of damage. We need to put a stop to it before it gets too far gone. Let's head toward those Klingon energy signatures. Seems like a good place to start.
I've noticed I need to turn the music down a little bit because it's a bit loud. I've left it too high, so I'll put it down to 20%. No, I think 30% is enough. Let me just remember what you just said. We need to put it up to it before it's gone too far. Alright, we don't have a lot of time. Between her weapon and whatever tech she put in here, Jola's done a lot of damage. We need to put a stop to it before it gets too far. Let's head towards the Klingon energy signatures. Seems like a good place to start. Yes. So, we're basically in the place where Tilly was once lost. I wonder if we meet Tilly's friend. Tilly's mushroom friend. That posed as her old classmate. Something stinging me. What is that? Yeah.
That would be the Jasep. They're a sentient spore-based colony life form. My records indicate they act to decompose any material that's alien to the Mycelial Network, like you, for example. Adjust your personal shields to this setting. It should protect you from their nibbling.
Yes, he would know that because his partner was trapped in the network and had to come up with a way to protect himself from these nibbling things. And now Stamets has probably developed a shielding setting that does the same thing.
Good. Whatever's happening with that Mokai tech hasn't spread here. Not yet, anyway. Take some samples from healthy spore clusters. We'll need them for comparison studies later.
Okay, let's take some samples, but be careful not to touch the trees because they might kill you. Actually, I wonder, do the trees kill you in this game like they do in the... I mean, Tilly reached out to touch one of them and her mushroom friend said, "Don't do that! It'll kill you!"
You really can't appreciate this place until you see it for yourself.
Yeah, it's like a summer's day.
Damage beyond repair, it could end all life everywhere.
Yeah, you can't appreciate this place until you're actually standing here in Woodstock. Ooh. I'm just having a good look around because it's good. If they can do this, why can't they do the cartoon Star Trek as well? Oh, that'll get some good price on the black market. Junkies will love it.
Hold your fire.
Is this her?
Pretty sure she comes in peace.
He said she. Oh, that was unexpected. Or is it expected? I don't know. Is that the person we think it is? Speak to new arrival. Hello, happy mushroom spore thing.
Outsiders, I am of the Giuseppe. We are people of this realm. We have met people of your realm before. Many of them have traveled here. Others from your realm have sent things that are hurting us. You must make this stop.
It occurs to me that the mycelial network allows ships to travel great distances in almost no time at all, jump from A to B, and there's also a sort of psychic element to it as Stamets replaced the tardigrade and became kind of psychically entwined with the mycelial network. It's got some kind of psychic connection to it. It makes me wonder about the Traveller and how he got the Enterprise D to go to the edge of the universe and back with the power of thought. Maybe he was using the mycelial network. Patel? How is this possible? I saw you die. Oh. Patel, wasn't she from one of the previous episodes?
I created this form to give the Giuseppe voice, to communicate with you. Based on your memories, Patel is compassionate, idealistic, someone who protects, someone like the Giuseppe.
I'm trying to remember where Patel came from. Wasn't she the one crying in the previous episode? I see we appreciate the gesture.
We waste time. Strange devices have been brought here. They make the fungus sick. They are making the yield tree bloom.
We came to help, if we can.
This yield tree she's talking about is bad news. The Giuseppe aren't fond of it, and with good reason. Its bark is toxic to them.
How did this happen, Patel?
There was a tear in the sky, and a device came through it from your realm. It gives off strange light and heat at all times. This is what brings the sickness and the poison. We know it. The device is deeper in the forest. I will take you to it, but you must stop it. You must.
Light and heat. We'll do what we can.
Let's get moving. Looks like this device is deeper in the mycelial forest. Watch for visible signs of fungal corruption and yield tree growth. The more we see, the closer we'll be to the problem.
So, anything from our universe that lands in this place is like a disease that causes deadly trees to grow? Deadly to the spores? Understood. Go deeper. I'm an explorer, exploring like Starfleet officers do. Oh, there it is. That was quick.
We can use this to move quickly. It will let us travel through the network to another part of the realm.
What, you mean like a transporter? Hang on a minute. Let me just zoom out and see what we'll... No, we can't zoom out any further than that. I thought we could get an overview of everything, but no. Ah! It's like floating rocks, like an asteroid field, and we go from one to the other to the other. There's the other one down there. Kind of like fluidic space, I suppose. Oh, it's not exactly a transporter, it's more like a whee! Like a slide. Continue exploring. Take readings of tardigrades. Of tardigrade young. Take fluid sample. Okay, so...
This might be a tardigrade birthing ground.
Yeah, we've got
Try
little
not to scare
tardigrades
the
running
kids,
around.
okay? I don't think we'd survive an encounter with an angry adult tardigrade, let alone several.
A few scans won't hurt. We don't know a lot about them. And besides, they're not hostile creatures, they're just survivalists.
The liquid sources here may tell us more about them as well. Tardigrades can put themselves into a desiccated state to survive without water, but they still need it to remain active and to grow. Take a sample from the center of the pool. That should provide useful information.
Right, let's scan the little ones and the water source. Okay, so we've got to scan the tardigrades, 3 of them, and some water over there. Although technically it's probably not water. Hey, stay still. Stay still, you're like an Eppo. You're like a new Romulus Eppo.
Interesting. Even baby tardigrades are extremely tough.
Yeah, and fast. Hey, you little maggot, come here. Where are you? Where'd you go?
The tardigrades are of the realm. They live in harmony within the forest.
Ah, are those trees they were talking about? That we can't touch, and we've got to be careful not to touch. I wonder if they do kill us in this game.
These readings could be very helpful to us here. Understanding this ecosystem may be the key to healing it.
I don't think the trees would kill because Stamets give us a shield modulation to protect us. Agreed, but we need to press on. So get a move on, crew. I'm the Admiral. Let's get our water sample. Or fluid sample, not water. Well, I would, but I don't want to step in it. Hang on a minute. Come on, let's go back to, I think I saw a waterfall, a fluid fall. Ah, there we are. Are we supposed to jump onto that? I think we are. Ooh. Oh, you can walk in it. Ah,
The fluid sample shows a high level of nucleotides and proteins. This serves not only
is he
as a
drinking it?
source for the local flora, but also a nutrient carrier. These proteins include compounds associated with the formation of neurotransmission and memory.
So the fluid is part of a nervous system within the network. Hang on. Oh, I thought he was drinking it. He's not. He's actually putting it up, stirring it up and putting it to his eye to see. I thought he was drinking it. I thought he was like drink. If it's part of a nervous system, it'd be like drinking blood or something. So the fluid is part of a nervous system within the network.
It's possible that the liquid carries information in the form of protein compounds, and that specific fungi may release chemicals into the fluid that allow for widespread communication.
Then the mycelium are roots and vessels, while the waterways are neuron-like. You mean the universe is alive? Find and use the next mycelial conduit. Okay, we saw it earlier. I wonder if jumping up there would give you a an accolade. Nah, they don't bother with accolades too much anymore. Splashy splash, splash, splash. I'll wave back at you. Whee! Super duper freaky train ride.
Look, see that? That's definitely not Klingon tech. It's running clean, too. No radiation or harmful emissions. Whatever it is, it's not part of the problem here. I'd like to take a closer look, if you don't mind.
Not at all. I'd like to know more about it myself. Yeah, indeed. Hang on, let's just look around, make sure we're not going to get ambushed. It's probably... Ah! It's probably Alachi tech. Looks like a Dalek buried in the ground.
Curiouser and curiouser. This is Alachi tech. I wonder what they're doing in here. This device appears to collect spores floating in the atmosphere. Based on what we know about Alachi, I think it's collecting food for them.
The Alachi? Perhaps they have a connection with the network. Well, don't the Alachi come from a deep in subspace or something like that? And they were abducting the Enterprise D crew to chop off their arms and reattach them or something like that? Or am I mistaken?
Alachi are, like the Japan, part of this realm. They lived here before they went to serve and fight in your realm. Now some of them have returned.
So, we now know the origin of the Alachi. The Alliance will want to know about this.
Maybe? The Alachi don't have a lot of friends in the Alliance. I'd be worried about this information falling into the wrong hands. The last thing this place needs is a bunch of well-armed types stomping around looking for payback from the Alachi.
A valid point.
Incoming!
What? Where? Who? When?
Something's wrong with the Alachi. They have the sickness.
Huh. That Alachi dropped some Bajoran mappa bread.
Those Alachi were of the realm, but they were sick. Toxic, like the yield tree. Their devices were corrupt as well. If we cannot cure the Alachi, we must call them from the realm before the sickness spreads.
Understood. We'll help them if we can. Why would we want to help them idiots? Because they're sick. And we're Starfleet. What's over there anyway? Reminds me of asteroid mining. With a big crater in the middle. Search for Alachi outpost. Obviously it's around the corner.
You see? Look. Look here. It is corrupted. The device makes it grow in a strange, toxic way, and it spreads the sickness.
We must be getting closer to the device. I don't see what she was referring to, because the dialogue window was in the way. You see, what is she looking at? No, I don't see. What was she talking about? Let's go to NPC chat. See what she was on about. You see, look here. It is corrupted. The device makes it grow in a strange toxic way and it spreads the sickness. Leave it on NPC chat for now. No, I don't see. Where? Is this the tree she's talking about? Ah, she's probably talking about that arrow thing there. So there's another Alachi device, I think. Or is that crystal? Ah, that's what she's talking about, the redness that grows on the tree.
Lots of yield tree growth here. That's not a good thing. The corruption is getting stronger.
Ooh, what we got here? Elachi crates. There's an Elachi. Corrupted Elachi. I don't know what I was worried about. I don't seem to be having much trouble here. Buying all those hypos, I don't really see why I needed them. Still, it's good to have hypos. So, what's causing the illness on these trees and stuff? There's somebody chipping off pieces and rolling them up in a cigarette. Or chipping off pieces and putting them in a pot and boiling them for a bit of mushroom tea.
This fungi is being mutated by Hark-Peng radiation. Not good.
Oh, the Hark-Peng torpedo. You'd think one of those boxes would open and give you some loot. One of those crates. Oh, is there a link to the Doomsday Machine? Because that's what the Hark-Peng torpedo was designed for. Examine Elachi records.
Looks like this used to be an Elachi research outpost. They were starting to build defense systems in response to incursions from our space. Bet you can't guess who's responsible for those.
Jaula. So the Elachi were trying to deal with this problem as well.
Unfortunately, the radiation from Jaula's tech had a negative effect on the Elachi. They began to mutate, and their higher brain functions started to deteriorate. Looks like a team decided to head deeper into the network to deal with the problem. There aren't any coherent entries into that.
I'm guessing they failed. Jaula's tech is still operational.
We must go deeper into the network, toward the source of the corruption.
Very well, Patel. Let's keep moving. You mean you can sink deeper and deeper into the network? I mean, isn't the network the same all over because it's a different realm? There's no levels of network. So it's like going into a maze, I suppose. Let me just check over here in case there's something to scan or look at. No. So I'm guessing it's this way. Maybe not. Maybe it's here. Oh, I know what it is. It's find and use the next mycelial conduit. Yeah, that makes sense. Ah, and she's waving. Good. Whee! That's good, that is.
The device is close, you see? The yield trees, the corruption, they have spread through this area. Find the next node and jump. The source of the sickness must be in the next area.
Okie dokie. Gotta keep looking around though. Just in case there's something like something to scan, a mini game. Obviously not. not here anyway. You must be this high to take this ride.
Something's wrong here. The radiation has mutated the hyphae grouping in this conduit. I can't compute its dynamic output ranges and adjust to compensate for the mutation. Long story short, we're stuck.
Patel, is there something you can do here?
No. The sickness has damaged it too much. I cannot speak to it and make it work. It must be navigated by the Stamets. The living Stamets.
Really? And since he was connected to the mycelial network in some kind of weird physical and psychic way, perhaps his essence is still alive within it. Either that or the Traveller will turn up. Or he has become a Traveller. What could the living Stamets do differently than this one?
The living Stamets, the one who came here before, was part of the network, connected. He touched it with his mind. The living Stamets could feel the flow of the network. That is how he guided his ship home through it.
Yep, that was it. He was connected to it. Feel, you mean intuition. The living Stamets guided discovery with intuition. Like a woman.
Yes, but this Stamets does not think the same way. It thinks like a machine, not like the living.
Yes, I'm surprised the hologram can hold its form here. Could we teach this Stamet to think that way? In other words, make this Stamet into a living hologram? Like Professor Moriarty?
The memories and essence of the Stamets from before are within the network. We may be able to bring them forth for you, so you can merge them with this Stamets. What you need is within what grows here, and the fluid that connects and sustains it.
Let's start collecting what we need. Okay. Where would it be? It burns! It burns!
The Mycelial Forest is a vast network, much like your computers. All you need to do is bring the memories you want to the surface.
That's interesting. So it's like the force that binds the universe together. And when a Jedi dies, their consciousness can come back from the mycelial network? How would I do that?
The water connects all the growth. Use it to compel the fronds to blossom and release the memories you seek. Watch carefully. When the fronds bloom, collect the spore memories from them.
Use the fluid to send the memories to the flora, then interact with it to collect memories. The memories will be accessible for a limited time. Yeah, but would they be in binary code? Understood, let's hope this works, goddammit. Collect a neuroactive fluid. Yuck, it's like brains.
Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate.
Spores, spores, spores. Ah, there they are. No, no. Where are they? Ah, there we go. Give me the spore. Hey! You don't shoot at me.
You will need to collect more of the fluid.
Yeah, I guess I will have to now. Thanks, Lachi.
Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate.
Okie dokie. Give me your spores.
You will need to collect more of the fluid.
Yes, it's a time trial, I think. Ooh, I got a hypo.
You will need to collect more of the fluid.
Yeah, but I can only do one thing at a time. I can't collect spores and fight.
Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate.
Got one. You guys deal with the Ilachi while I do this.
You will need to collect more of the fluid. You will need to collect more of the fluid.
Don't need to use my kit powers. Give me some more of your gunk.
You will need to collect more of the fluid. Quickly,
Yeah,
go collect the spores before they
and the
dissipate.
troop transports are heading to the planet.
You will need to collect more of the fluid.
Hold up! Hold your horses! Do you want me to kill these bad guys or not? I've got to kill these sick people, put them out their misery. Euthanasia. By rifle.
You will need to collect more of the fluid. Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate.
Really? Can you tell me that again? I didn't quite catch it.
We
Got
have
it!
the spores. Now you must return to the place of memory. Together, we will make them rebuild the memory of what was.
Okay, but let me just kill this guy. Any more of your misses around? They were trying to get that fluid as well, I think. Did I miss any loot? No, good. Right, the place of memory. Return to the mycelial pond. Place of memory. Splash!
Now I know what it was like for you when you came back. Now it's
Hugh!
my turn.
He's talking about Hugh.
You're not here. None of you are.
Dr. Hugh.
Tilly, Saru,
All of them.
you're gone. It's just me now. What's left of me? At least.
He's coming to life. The hologram is coming to life. Looks like Gary Mitchell.
Hugh?
I am Hugh. We are Hugh.
I know what
Wrong
I need
Hugh.
to do here.
So he's probably now a hologram that has come to life because of the new memories that have been added in. He's been given essence, soul, katra, whatever you want to call it. Hugh, now I know what it was like for you when you came back. Now it's my turn, except you're not here. None of you are. Burnham, Tilly, Saru, all of you. You're gone. It's just me now. What's left of me, at least? Well, no physical body. You're a hologram. Basically a clone. You alright?
I'm gonna need a moment here, okay?
No
This is
time, no
quite a lot
time.
to take in.
We've got to go kill things. Of course. Take as long as you
Okay.
need. We're not
Okay.
going to die.
Everything's all coming together in my head now.
Where's he gone?
I can navigate the network again. I can do this.
I can't see him. There's my away team. There's our spore woman. So where is he? Welcome back, Commander. Now get to work.
We are alike now, both created for a purpose, but with the memories of someone else. The memories of a life not entirely our own. But we are alive.
Interesting. So that's how the spore creatures, or wherever they are, become humanoid by taking the memories of some humanoid that has been put into this memory flow. And that's every human has ever stepped foot on the mycelial network, which included me when I first arrived, and it took her a few seconds to appear, which means she was downloading from my mind into the memory fluid and then into herself, something like that. Your lives are your own.
Patel may be a living thing, but what about me? I'm a computer program, a simulation of a life once lived, and yet I remember being him. I remember the thrill of discovering the mycelial network, the terror of the Klingon War, serving on Discovery, everything I felt when I lost Hugh, and everything I felt when he came back. All of it. Everything.
All important things and part of your life now. Because you are made out of the essence of him.
We were made, not born. But that alone does not define us. If we have all the memories, all the feelings, we can choose how to live, according to what we know and feel. We are as real as anyone. We are just made of different things.
Plus, Stamets visited the mycelial network knowing there'd be a price, and this is the price. To share his essence with some hologram up in the future somewhere. You're Paul Stamets now, if that is your choice.
You're giving me the chance to do what I want, to be who I want to be. Thank you. I've made my choice. Let's finish this. A lot of people are counting on us, counting on me. I can help, and I will. It's what Hugh would have wanted, and it's what I want.
Very well, let's get to work, Commander. It's alive! Where'd it go anyway? Where is he? Traverse to the final node. Yeah, he's probably over there waiting for us. Yep, there he is. Go to the next node. Woohee! What if the bridge breaks in the middle and we fly off into the place where the nodes aren't?
The sickness. It is strong here. It is dangerous. Already many of the Alachi have become sick and corrupted.
Are we near the source then?
There are 3 devices up ahead. You must disable them.
No small task. 3 devices. Uh-oh. Looks like I better crouch down for this battle. And I can't. Can I use orbital strike? No, I can't. Doesn't really matter, it's easy anyway. Don't even need to buff up. But I'll use one of them since I've got so many. Oh, well done, turret. What was that? Confront the Alachi. Solve the mycelial problem. Confront the Alachi. Find Jaula's probes. Yep, Jaula's giving the mycelial network a good probing. Just like aliens always do.
There are the devices, up ahead.
That tardigrade over there doesn't seem bothered.
They are of the realm, but the sickness doesn't affect them. It should. They eat overgrown blooms. They drink the water. Somehow, they remain strong.
Something about them could be a solution to all this. Yeah, they might contain an
The
antidote.
radiation is creating more overgrowth than the tardigrades can eat. If we take out Ja'ula's device, the corruption will stop and the growth rate will return to normal. Then the tardigrades will eat the surplus overgrowth, corrupted or not. Given time, they should slowly bring the ecosystem back into balance.
And get fat in the process. Let's find that device and shut it down. You mean find 3 devices and then that device? Hello, little tardigrade, how are you? Coochie coochie coo, little tardigrade, yes, go away. Hey, Pooper, scoop that up. Ah, the disease vines are attacking the devices or attracted to them.
This could be tricky. We can't disable the probes without clearing the corrupted mycelium, and we can't do that without risking detonation. We're going to need to think outside the box on this one.
I'm listening.
We need to convince a hungry tardigrade to come to the buffet table, so to speak. If we can lure one of them to the probes, it might clear the overgrowth to a point where we can safely disarm them.
Lure a tardigrade? How do you propose we do this? With spores or something? They did it before.
I'm thinking we use the healthy spore samples we collected earlier. If you're willing to wave a carrot in front of a hungry, practically indestructible 8-legged horse.
Give the tardigrade some spores and lead it to the probes so you can disable them. It's worth a shot, dude. Hang on. Can't do it while I'm being shot at. Nice flank damage. What's these splodges they keep shooting at me? I thought this was supposed to be advanced difficulty. I mean, it is. It says so right here. Okay, Mr. Tardigrade. Here you go. You eat some of that. Make you good and strong. Gotta take you 2 a day. Yeah, come on, do it. Come on. Come on, lad. This way. Come on. Now you munch on that. You get your fill. And if you want to eat a few Alachi along the way, why don't you? I mean, they are causing a ruckus. Any more Alachi? There will be. Yeah, nom nom nom.
Alright, turn off that probe and we'll move on.
Hey! I'm trying to turn off your probe here. Stop shooting at me.
Now lure the tardigrade to another probe.
Hey, tardigrade, I just gave you a all-you-can-eat buffet. Why don't you help me out a little? Okay, Tardy. Okay, Tardy, don't be late. Let's go this one.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Way! What are you doing? Oh. I got
Quickly,
held.
use your lure again.
I think I got held by an Alachi debuff or something. Entice tardigrade. Come here, tardy tardy. Come here, don't be late. I told you not to be late, but you are. Come on. Eat that crap.
upgrade's done. Disable that probe.
I will. Just give me a minute. Wee plonk. Let's pull the probe out.
Nice. Only one more to go.
Come here, Toddy, my little pet. Come here. Come here. Come on, Toddy, eat it. There you go. Eat that. I'm enjoying this. Although it screams of an episode that should have been made as a comedy. Come on, mouse, find me mouse. Deactivate probe. This episode should have been made as a real comedy one. Star Trek Online needs a lot more comedy. I haven't even needed to perform a shield heal. Oh, corruption! Oh, this is a big nasty Larchy, a boss type Larchy. Stamets? What was that?
This is all starting to come together. Ja'ula's plan, that is. I think I understand what she's trying to do.
Alright. What do you have, mate?
Ja'ula and House Mokai learn about classified Starfleet projects in 2256. She raids the Glen and discovers the spore drive, then steals all of the data on it. Unfortunately for her, Strahl corrupted the data before she stole it. So, when she made her spore-based superweapon, she was using bad data.
Yeah, she went for a weapon rather than an engine. With tragic results.
She puts her shiny new toy on her flagship and joins the attack on Starbase 1. That didn't work out so well for her, though. Bad data, bad weapon. She pulls the trigger and boom! It blows up in her face and the explosion throws her into this century.
Her and many others.
Ja'ula works out the bugs in her weapon's design. She determines that mutated spores are a critical component, so she sets out to get more of them. That's where the probes come in. She fires them into the network, they beam out Hark-Peng radiation, spores mutate, and Ja'ula gets more ammo for her weapon of mass destruction.
Disturbing, but it makes sense. She's buying ammo at the cost of all life in all universes.
Problem is, she didn't think it through. The radiation causes unexpected side effects, as we've seen firsthand. Somehow, I don't think Ja'ula is worried about collateral damage, though.
She will be when it comes on her doorstep.
Knowledge is power. Now that we know what she's up to, we can take steps to put an end to her plan and protect the network from her actions. Hopefully, we'll be able to work with the Josep on this. Who knows, maybe the Alachi will join the fight. The sane Alachi, that is.
We're going to need all the help we can get on this, I think.
No argument there. Wait, did you hear that? Something's coming. Something big.
Daddy Tardigrade? Now what? Oh, it's an Alachi ship. The one you're going to earn for these events. I believe. Oh no, they're going to destroy the node. Oh, it turns into a walker. Now that's the big secret.
I'm gonna say that's not a good sign.
No, that's a bad sign. That's a real bad sign. Take cover. I think we're supposed to kill you. Oh no, he wants to talk. Excuse me, what are you doing here? Misa want to know what you say. Am I supposed to talk to him? Well, how? Ah, it's this one you talk to, the big one.
Do not fire. We are allies. Forgive me. It has been so long since I have used my voice.
Well, let's break into a song and dance. I'm listening. Who are you?
I was Jarsev, a Romulan once. I am Ilachi now.
Oh, yeah, that's what the Ilachi were doing, weren't they? Altering life forms. Because the Iconians wanted them to. Are you reverting back to your original form?
Partially. My mind returns to the time before my change. The weapon is to blame. It corrupts some of us. Drives us mad. Others, like me, become fusions of Ilachi and what we were before. These weapons, they are not of your creation, are they?
I think I've discovered a text bug. Because the words he's saying is not matching the text. I think they forgot to do a little change on the text there. No, only my mind returns to this time before my change. This weapon is to blame. It doesn't just corrupt the realm. It is corrupting us, twisting us, driving us mad. Wait, these weapons, they are not of your creation, are they? No, the weapons were fired by Jaula, a renegade Klingon matriarch.
You must stop her. Close the rifts. Destroy her weapons. If she continues this madness, she will utterly corrupt this realm. If that happens, it will break through into the void space, your realm, and destroy everything.
I'm guessing that little text bug will be corrected at the next maintenance. It's only a small thing, by the looks of things. That's not going to happen if I have anything to say about it. Really? I don't agree with him? I would have agreed with him.
You should return to your realm. Ju'ula's attack has angered
Oh, I
the
misread
gods.
it.
They are taking a fleet to destroy anything on the other side of the rift.
Yeah, I thought I was disagreeing with him when I wasn't. I was disagreeing with Jaula just as he was. Like our ships. We must
You must
return.
leave now.
Yeah,
Go to your realm and help your people while you can.
you're telling me.
It is our way. The Josep thank you for removing the sickness. We will work with Tarsev and other Alachi who wish to stand together against Jaula. We believe we will meet again, friends. Goodbye.
Until next time then. But I must say, I believe I was supposed to destroy 3 Alachi probes and then an Alachi device. But, okay. I must have misread it. Return to Andoria system. I'm going to get a bit of hangover from all these mushrooms now. I wonder if I can survive this fight.
We're receiving your data now. No sign of our House Mokai friends, but something's rift. Based on what you found out in the network, we'll be able to close it, but we'll need to get several external readings before we're ready to try.
Work fast, Captain. House Mokai might return, and the sooner than we'd like.
Riskava and Hoffman can head to opposite ends of the rift. From there, we should each be able to get a differential reading. Once we have enough data, you can use a deflector modulation to close the rift.
Let's make it happen. Watch your sensors for Mokai ships, though. Protect the Hoffman and the Riskava.
Those Alachi ships, they're using...
It's not a Voyager ship, the Hoffman.
The Alachi drives make manual.
The Hoffman is not an Intrepid, but it's similar. Wow, my pilot maneuver didn't work just then.
Riskava is in position. We're ready to close the rift.
Speed boost at the wrong time again. Always, every time it seems to fail. A lot of loot. A lot of loot. Just when I think I've got a good attack run set up, that engine gives me a speed boost and that totally ruins it. See? And don't target the one behind me. Idiot crew. Romulan operatives, they don't know how to target a decent target that's in front of you. See, another speed boost that ruined my time on target. Oh, there's a big one. Hang on, let's get the little ones first. Right. Now we go for the big one. The Enterprise is here to help. Ah, God, I remember when he turns up in patrols. He's not really much of a helper, is he? I got pets that hit harder than the Enterprise and some characters. No, I want to take my loot first, and then I'll close the ring. You wouldn't let me, would ya?
Well, you can count on the Lucari. We will do what we can to realm lying beneath our conception of space, and it's in danger as well. We can't let harm come to it from our side of the cosmos.
I missed a bit of dialogue there because I was trying to pick up the loot, which made me miss the closing of the rift and a bit of dialogue. So, Holographic Stammet said, wow, that actually worked. I can't say I didn't have doubts at first, but woo, well done. Not to rain on the parade here, but Jaula's still out there. As long as she has that weapon and the spores it needs to power it, this can happen again. Well, you can count on the Lakari. We will do what we can to stop her. This isn't just a threat to our universe. There's a brilliant and wondrous realm lying beneath our conception of space, and it's in danger as well. We can't let harm come to it from our side of the cosmos. No, we sure can't.
We stopped Jaula's attack and saved Andoria. I'd call that a good start.
Jolly hockey sticks.
Though, that's something you don't see every day, even in Starfleet. And I've seen some strange things in my time. It was good working with you all. I'll make sure Starfleet Command is updated. We'll do everything we can to bring Jaula to justice and put a stop to this campaign of hers.
About Jaula, she's going to go after any spores she can get her hands on. You're going to want to cut her off. The sooner the better. And I can help with that.
Your expertise would be most helpful, Commander.
Pretty sure you didn't bring me into all this for the charming conversation, though that is a definite bonus. I'll be glad to have something to do. It'll help me adjust to life as a sentient hologram. I've got a lot to process and a lot to catch up on.
Yeah, you come from 100 years ago. Or 1,000 years in the future. Who knows? A lot has changed since 2257.
That might be the understatement.
Yes, he's based on the Stammets from that time.
Short term, I'll start putting together a list of known spore colonies. We need to keep an eye on those. If we're lucky, we'll catch Jaula before something like this happens again.
Known spore colonies like Briars world? Keep me posted, Commander. This needs to end soon. Not yet. I'm determined to get that bit of loot. There, now we can go. From Andoria, depart system. Okay, so report to command. Wait for them to report to me, actually.
What an extraordinary series of events. The Mycelial network will be of great interest to the Lucari, I can assure you. Our own astromycologists will want to study it as soon as possible. I do hope the Alliance is able to put a swift end to Jaula's campaign. The thought of her using spores as part of a weapon, it's unsettling. If she's able to perfect that technology, no one will be safe from her wrath. Finally, please send my regards to Commander Stamets. It was such a pleasure to work with him, and I do wish him the best as he explores the galaxy in our time.
So we get our 45 points, our faction appropriate Alachi Bridge Officer, and a shield. Our Alachi is reporting for duty, but... Ha! He joined!
A research team is analyzing spore colonies in the Donatu system. Their facilities are on a small moon there, but it's practically defenseless. Considering recent events, the Alliance wants to change that, and soon. They want us to go to Donatu and deploy defense satellites in orbit around the moon. Hopefully that will discourage anyone looking to harass the researchers or steal the spores.
Okay, I'm going to have to go away from keyboard for a few moments because I need a bathroom break. I would normally stop the video, but I have no editing software at the moment, so if you care to bear with me, maybe skip ahead while I do that. I'll be back in a moment to play some patrols. Pausing the microphone now. Okay, I'm back in what was, I think, under 2 minutes. Excuse me. Sorry about that, but I didn't want to end the video and then make another video for this new content. I just wanted to continue playthrough. Anyway, before we accept that, let's have a look at this Alachi Bridge Officer that we received. What's his name? Quachuashov. That Q was a no, it'd be ouch. Ouch, use Hoff. Got to blow my nose now. Excuse me again. Okay, so he's a temporal operative bridge officer. I think I'll keep his name because it's silly. And we'll see if he's here somewhere. There he is. Elachi Crescent Pistol. He's a trained temporal operative. He's got elusive space trait. And he's purple quality, and I've got to promote him. There, he's promoted. I did have space for him on my bridge. So he's actually got a space trait. That's not bad. And he's an engineer. Anyway, I won't be using him just yet because I need to find out whether he's any good or not before I put him on my ship. And if we go to the events tab, we can see that I've got my 45 daily limit out of 60. So you can earn 60 per day. And that will make, at the rate of 60 per day to get 1,200. What's that, 20 days? Yep, I think that the event is about 20 days long based on that. And we're going to play a patrol. And I think it's already popped up here. These ones are in the wrong order. So if we go to the episode tab, we've just played Beneath the Skin. So Sentinals is the next patrol to come up, and it's already being offered. But if I accept it here, will it count as the same as if I accepted it here? That's the question. I'm hoping it will. But before we get on that, let's think about the episode we just saw. Beneath the Skin, where we recreated a Stamets hologram, took him into the mycelial network, where my brain got scanned and a character was created to interact with me, who helped guide me to the problem of what was going on in the mycelial network, and helped me to get Stamets' hologram to become alive, while fighting Alachi, and the Alachi were only attacking because they were ill because of Jahula's harping weapons. They wouldn't have attacked otherwise. They thought it was us hurting them when it wasn't, it was Jahula. And Jahula needs those weapons to generate spores for her new super weapon. So now we're going to do the first of the new patrols, I believe. So it's called Sentinals. The hologram wants us to go on a patrol. The living hologram that we created, so I guess we owe him one. A research team is analysing spore colonies in the Donatus system. Their facilities are on a small moon there, but it's practically defenceless. Considering recent events, the Alliance wants to change that, and soon. They want us to go to Donatu and deploy defense satellites in orbit around the moon. Hopefully that will discourage anyone looking to harness the researchers or steal their spores. Harass the researchers or steal their spores. So we've got to go to Donatu's system and put out some satellites to protect some scientists. Complete the Donatu system patrol by going to the Donatu system or using the patrol launcher to start Sentinels. Accept. Well, we can use the patrol launcher apparently instead of going to the system. Sentinels? Launch. Yeah, it worked! We didn't need to go all the way to Donatu then. And why does this name sound familiar?
We're in luck. We made it here before Jahula. Let's get to work. Starfleet is studying a spore colony on the planetoid ahead. It's a scientific research facility. No weapons, shields only. If Jaula or her lackeys come to visit, they'll be sitting ducks. Fortunately, we're here.
Okay.
We're carrying some defense satellites in the shuttle bay. Deploy them at key defense points, and Jaula will be in for a nasty surprise if she decides to raid this spore colony.
Understood. Let's get those satellites in place. So our job is to place satellites, probably there.
Alachi fleet dropping out of warp. They're arming weapons.
Oh, how convenient for the story.
Ship is under attack.
Oh, I pressed the wrong pilot maneuver. Wow, that ship's a bit tough. But then I am on advanced difficulty, so I'm not surprised it feels a little tougher than in the episodes. Deploy satellite.
Okay,
Whoops, I didn't see that text. I was too busy trying to pick up loot. That's so annoying the way that happens. So let's see what he said. Okay, let's have a look. Sensors online, weapons active, shields at full. Good. Defense satellite Alpha is open and ready for business. May it never fire a shot. We've got more work to do here. Let's get the next satellite in place, Admiral. So that was an Alachi fleet, not a Jaula fleet. I thought we made peace with Alachi in the episode. But those were Alachi who were formerly something else and reverting back to being Romulan or whatever. I wonder what fleet's going to pop out this time. I bet a Heralds will pop out at some point. Come on. You must remember, all I'm doing here is a blind playthrough. I never actually I deliberately avoided spoilers so I could do a blind playthrough. How are things blowing up before my weapons hit? I think the satellite's working.
let's get satellite Gamma online while we can.
Satellite Gamma. Shouldn't it go Alpha Beta Charlie, not Alpha Beta Gamma? I mean, it is the 24th century after all. Or 25th or something. It's not like it's ancient Greece. Right, slowly go so I don't kill my pilot skills or my basic maneuvers or anything.
More Alachi.
Why are the Alachi continuing to attack? Yeah, have a burst of Tetrion. after loot. The captain's got to get paid. So, Delta. A nice quick patrol. If this is all it is. I like a nice quick patrol because I like to play all sorts of different things rather than being stuck on one thing for ages.
They're hitting satellite Alpha again.
Really? Ah. They're spore jumping. You'll actually have got spore technology. Actually, spore jumping. Well, let's go get him, goddammit. Yep, hard to control the speed of a ship like this. And tab targeting never targets the one right in front of you for some reason.
Getting readings from satellite Gamma. Looks like an Alachi flagship.
An Alachi flagship, eh? Is that one of them dreadnought things? Is that it? Is that it? Which one is the Alachi flagship? Better get in there before they destroy the satellite. And I shoot straight past it because the speed boost at the wrong time. We got him!
Getting lots of good data coming in from the satellites. Looks like they're green across the board. Donatu Station sends their regards. There's a few dozen people down there who'll sleep a little easier tonight thanks to our efforts.
Unless the Alachi attack the satellites again and this time destroy them because I'm not there to stop them. Okay, so mission reward acquired. We got double skill points, mark package multiple choice, experience points, and expertise. Okay. And we can choose from the mark package what marks we want. Well, currently I'm after undying marks, so I'll get them. That's what we got from the episode. That shield, I might as well just put it there, even though it's pretty bog standard. I might throw it away. Personal repulsion shield, I haven't heard that before. And I've got to clear space. Oops, wrong button. Prototype photon torpedo. I'm going to have a look at that one later as well. Dual heavy disruptor cannons. They're not the crescent wave ones, are they? No, they just look like standard disruptor cannons. Probably from the Discovery show, but I'll keep them because I don't recognise them. Salvage, discard, 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 salvage, discard, salvage, salvage, discard, discard, salvage, discard. When you're doing this, if you hold down the control button, you don't get the confirmation dialog window pop up. It doesn't say when you right click and go discard. If you're holding down the control button, then a little pop-up window doesn't appear saying, "Are you sure you want to discard this?" So you can do it a bit quicker.
Getting lots of good data coming in from the satellites. Looks like they're green across the board. Do Not To Station sends their regards. There's a few dozen people down there who will sleep a little easier tonight thanks to our efforts.
So you don't get the actual box with the marks in them anymore. The marks just go directly into your reputation. And if we look at the events tab, we can see that I've earned my 60 for today, which is a 20-hour day. But I'm going to continue playing anyway because I want to.
The Alachi, the Ferengi, the Orions, and hey, let's not forget about Jaula. Anyone tries to make a play for the Spore Colony, they're going to regret it. But I digress. As much as I'd like to stick around and see what the researchers are up to, there's more work to be done.
Depart system. Now on to the next patrol. We've already earned everything we can earn for today in the event, but that doesn't stop us trying out the other patrols. I like that. Complete. What happened there?
I'm picking up a distress signal from the Kern system. Kumarke's there with the Lucari research group. They
I wish
were
it wouldn't
studying
pop
the
up.
organisms in that system, but now I'm thinking they're fighting for their lives against
That's so
those.
annoying when you've got other things to
We should
think
give
about.
the
You don't
Lucari
want
a
to just
hand while we can.
be suddenly accosted with the next story the moment you come out of the previous one. Now I've got to read that in a minute because I can't remember what he said now because I was busy looking at this, and I could have swore I saw a Universal Endeavour there a moment ago that said do the Mycelial TFO, but it hasn't come up here. Well, now I'm ready for this. I wonder if by leaving the system, did I get anything more on the events tab? No, I didn't. Because 60 is all you can earn per day. And 15 marks, quite frankly, just isn't enough. Especially when you've got your daily bonuses going. Okay, rescue and search. Is that the next one in the list from the episode list? Beneath the Skin, Sentinels, rescue and research. Yes, it is. So, accept. Go to the events tab. No, what did we do last time? Ah yes, we click on research and rescue and click launch and it should start straight away. I think you can tell quite clearly that this is a blind playthrough.
That said, I can't think of anyone I'd rather have at my side during such an ordeal.
Really? Are you coming on to me? I'm glad we got here in time, Captain.
As am I. In spite of our mission being scientific in nature, the rogue Klingons attacked us all the same. I suppose they thought we'd be easy prey. I'm happy to say their logic was tragically flawed.
Indeed.
We can ponder their motivations further once the shooting stops. For now, I believe we should focus our attention on putting a stop to their attack.
You sound a mite panicky, Kamaki. We're on our way. Calm down. We'll save you. We can't let anything happen to our little Kamaki. Give him some agony. There you go, Klingons, get some agony. How'd you like that agony? Bet that hurts. Bet that's like getting kneed in the knackers. Wow, those were some crits that time. Oh look, Rifty.
We did it. Sensors are clear, for the moment. I'm afraid I have some bad news, however.
Let me guess.
2 of our ships were studying the nearby rift into the mycelial network when the Klingons attacked. While I'm still showing them on sensors, they're not responding to our hails. I fear they're in danger.
We'll investigate and render assistance if necessary. That's a dark red
That
planet.
rift's unstable. We need to hurry, or those ships won't make it.
Hey, stop trying to get me to use full impulse and ruin my weapon power. No bums rush for this, Admiral. Ooh, she's flying the flying saucer one. Kamaki's got the tier 5 with her. That's Kamaki's ship, and that's the tier 5 Lukari ship, which is a brilliant ship, by the way. Never discount a tier 5, they're just as good as tier 6 in many cases. Oh look, someone left a Hoctalugi in space. With Grace under fire, it makes it so much easier just to hit miraculous repairs to heal even the most minor thing.
Thank you for coming to our aid. Some sort of energy surge erupted from the rift and hit us. We lost main power, sensors, everything. If you arrived a few minutes later, it would have been over for all of us. Needless to say, any assistance you can offer us now will be greatly appreciated.
Stand by, Captain. We'll get you out of this. Trust me, I'm a hero.
Truly, the blessings of Lukar are upon us this day.
No, I think the blessings of Kentar.
Our sister ship was hit by the energy surge as well. I will not abandon the Voot or her crew before returning to safety.
Come on, say it. Can I count on you to help with this? The Klingons may send more ships to attack us. You forgot to say that bit. We'll assist the Voot as well, Captain. Let's go. Oh. It looks like a big snot in space. A big stain of some sort. Oh, oceany, watery. I like it. Looks almost glowy, watery.
Our systems are coming back online nicely. My thanks to you and your crew. At the risk of looking impatient, may I suggest we move to safer surroundings? There's no telling when this rift will surge once more, and then all 3 of our ships will be stuck like Retloos in a snare strip.
Cool. Delta glasses, maybe? We can't have that then, can we?
Under the circumstances, I think it'd be a good idea to use what we've learned so far and close the rift up while we can. The longer it stays open, the more chances we have of pissing off the Alachi, or the Josep, or a roving tardigrade. You see where I'm going with this?
Was that the very first curse word in Star Trek Online? Pissing? Although some don't see it as a curse word. Was it? The first in this game? I'm not sure. Probably not, I'm probably just imagining things. I hear you. Good point.
If you feel that's for the best, well, so be it. We'll watch your back while you make that happen.
Yeah, dude. Close rift. Squeeze! There we go.
Rift to worry about. Let's regroup with Kumarke.
We squeezed the rift. Kamaki!
Bad news, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I thought so.
Our position.
Well, let's offer him the peace pipe. Whoa, what did they do to me? What did they do? They did something. I'm completely mistiming my agent. Whatever they did, it threw me off. But it weren't enough to kill me. Hang on, I'm not turning. I think there's a bug. Either that or they're hitting me with something unusual. Something that's similar to what the Norsicans do. Whoa, it's getting hairy now. What's that number? Be a little cautious. Oh, the Klingons are attacking in force now. Whoa, they all got me in tractor beams. Didn't work though. Right, that's miraculous prayers for the last time in this match, I believe.
Let's deal with the stragglers, shall we?
Too much cheese, not enough pew pew. But then again,
More shields failing.
I think these Klingons are from a science team. They're using exotics and weird weapons, debuffs and things. Captain's got to pick up his loot. Even if it means killing his weapon buff. Okay, it stands to reason that the ramming ship is the one that lasts the longest. There we go. That was a good fight. That end bit.
I think that was the last of them. It appears Ja'ula has herself once again. Though she is quite determined. They may well return here to pursue their mischief once more.
And I got double the skill points, mark package again, experience points and expertise. And it's only 50 marks. I don't think that's enough, quite frankly. Doesn't help with progress on your reputations. If they do, we'll be ready for them.
In the meantime, we'll remain here to complete our research. Safe travels to you.
Indeed. So, 2 down, 2 to go, I think. No, 3 to go. Sure, one of them's a ground one or something. That was a good fight, that one. The first one was okay. I mean, the goal was to stop the Ilachi from destroying the satellites.
Starfleet's been reading a lot of Klingon ships operating near the Briar Patch. Normally, I wouldn't be too concerned, but there's a spore colony in there. If any of those Klingon ships belong to House Mokai, then Ja'ula might have a harvesting operation in there too. Dangerous as it is, I think we need to go see what's going on inside the Briar Patch.
Yeah, that first patrol was okay. I mean, you set up the satellites and prevent the Ilachi from destroying them, and they don't give up once you've set them all up. I wonder if it's possible for the satellites to actually be destroyed before you can destroy all the Ilachi, and then you'd have to redeploy. But that second one was even better, because it had a good surprising fight at the end, and the rift looked pretty cool. So before we accept that, let's make sure it is actually the next one on the list, because I know there's teething problems with new content all the time. Within the Briars, yep. So accept it, and then go to the Events tab, select Patrol, choose Within the Briars, and launch. And in we go. Oh, it's this place. Yeah, I remember this place.
Signals from automated harvester units. It's Mokai Tech. They're processing spores here. Looks like they've placed the harvesters on several asteroids. We need to shut those down now. I'm picking up a lot of Metreon gas pockets out there too. If we get into a fight, watch your fire around them. One hit can set one of them off, and the resulting explosion could be deadly, even to a starship.
Understood. We'll be cautious. Why not just blow it all up now?
Come after us after we take out their tech. Stay sharp.
I'm just hitting the Metreon gas at the moment. It's not making any difference though. Metreon gas don't want to blow up. Whoa, too fast. I didn't mean to go that fast. Why isn't the Metreon gas detonating? I suppose you have to be really close to get it to detonate. Well, I didn't realise I was taking that kind of damage. Hey, stop targeting!
Shutting that thing down will be easy enough, but I'm concerned about the radiation it's been emitting into the spores. I'd like to neutralize that before taking the harvester tech offline, if you don't mind. Letting it linger could lead to serious side effects within the mycelial network.
Very well, neutralise the radiation and shut down Janula's tech. Anyone gonna turn up and attack me? Oh, new Romulus radiation.
Watch it! Mokai attack ships just dropped out of a boat.
Yep, use your arrow keys on your keyboard for that. Come on, let's lure them out. I didn't mean to go that fast, but then that's this engine.
Mokai knows we're here. It won't be long before we have more of them to deal with. We better get to the next harvester and shut it down fast.
Agreed, Helm. Get moving. Hang on, why are you shooting? Try not to target things. This is going to be a frustrating one. We've had a simple one, an exciting one, and now a frustrating one.
That was fast. Predictable, but fast.
Have we killed them all? Ah. I'm just wondering. We're shooting at. Ah, there's a fighter. I think I was too far to neutralise the radiation, or I'm too damaged. Reminiscent of the Doomsday Machine in
2 down, 1 to go. Hope we can deal with it before Jaula sends more of her friends to make sure we don't.
Reminiscent of the Doomsday Machine in that TFO where you can't help but target it even though you don't want to. That's what these Metreon gas pockets are. Things you don't want to target but still do anyway. Whether you like it or not. I don't see myself playing this that much. It's up there, I thought it was down there.
Klingons. A lot more Klingons. We're in trouble.
Right, better not stay still. There's a lot more, and better fly right out of range so we can get an overlook. Who? We've got assistance. Got some NPCs, so let's put out something to help them. I think this escort is somehow tanking its way through this, even though it's squishy. I mean, by all rights, I should have died by now. Just a few ships left, okay.
All clear. Let's shut down the last harvester before the Alachi get nervous.
So the Alachi came to help this time instead of attack. So these aren't diseased Alachi, these are the ones who know better. I do like the way the patrols are continuing the story, even if it is only in a small way. This has turned out to be very enjoyable, actually.
That was something. Still debating whether it was terrifying or gratifying or both, but it was something. We'll want to keep an eye on this.
The game is better with it than without it.
Situation is dealt with. I wouldn't put it past her to send more ships and more harvesters once she thinks the coast is clear.
That was a good fight. That's the second one in a row with a good fight. The first one, I thought it was a bit easy, but then it was my first blind play of these new patrols. But the second one was a pretty good fight, and that fight felt awesome. In fact, the first fight I felt like I wasn't in danger at all. In the first patrol. The second patrol I felt like this is an acceptable, enjoyable challenge. But this fight I thought, hang on a minute, I'm gonna die. And that made it even better. So depart system and go for the fourth of the new patrols. And we're at 3 hours now on the video. Hail? No? You're not going to hail me?
There's a
Yeah, we are.
signal coming from the Kinger system. The USS Birmingham was investigating pirate activity in the area while on patrol. There's a large concentration of spore colonies in that system. If pirates are in the spore business now, we have a new problem to deal with. We better see what's going on there. Pirates, it's hairy mud all over again.
Okay, so complete the Kinjar system patrol by going to Kinjar system or using the patrol launcher to start the ninth rule. Okay, then we'll accept that. We'll go into the events tab, select the patrol launcher, close the tab, start the ninth rule, launch. I'm getting used to this now. Yep, didn't take me long to understand the events tab window and how it all works. Pretty simple, straightforward.
Looks like there was a fight here recently. I'm not picking up any House Mokai ships on the sensors, though. If they're here, they're under cloak.
We're getting a hail from the Birmingham.
Good to see you, Admiral Cabret.
That's an epic beard.
As you can see, we're dealing with an unexpected breakout of hostilities here.
What happened here, Admiral?
We came here to determine the status of a rather unusual variety of spore. As we were getting our bearings, a Ferengi marauder dropped out of cloak and unleashed hell.
Did I hear you correctly? A Ferengi ship with a cloaking device?
Afraid so. Fortunately, the Carter and Shurgat were able to respond before the Ferengi finished us off. Once they arrived, the Daemon pursued the better part of Valor and went back under cloak. Now that you're here, I believe the Ferengi will cut and run, assuming they're still out there hiding.
The odds aren't in their favor at the moment.
Sorry to interrupt, but I'm reading low-level radiation coming from a nearby asteroid. I think your Ferengi is out there harvesting spores, Admiral.
We need to stop that immediately.
Take the Carter and Shurgat with you. The Ferengi will think twice about attacking a group of ships, and you might be able to put an end to all this without firing a shot.
Agreed, let's get to it then.
The Carter is ready to assist you.
Lead the way. The Shurgat will follow.
The Shurgat's the same ship as
Reading
me.
a single Ferengi vessel, Marauder class. They've decloaked.
Where? Over there. Whoops, wrong button. I can't seem to wake up today. But then that's every day for me. I have a sleep disorder. Nice and slow. Let's not bums rush our way into losing all our buffs. And there it is.
I thought I made myself clear to that woolly-faced Starfleet Admiral. This salvage is mine and mine alone. Now run along before I'm forced to damage that pretty ship and take it as a prize. After all, even a damaged ship of that class will fetch a fine pile of latinum.
I think you're overestimating your chances, Governor Tarkin. By the way, what is the ninth rule?
That's what you get for doing your own thinking, friend. Allow me to show you the error of your ways.
Have it your way. Red alert, boss Ferengi to fight.
Leave enough of their ships for salvage. I'll be under cloak.
He actually hired the Fakiri? He's either the bravest Ferengi ever or the craziest.
Why didn't my weapons fire? Didn't it want me to just nuke them? I think I'm getting a bit of lag on my weapons. Or it could be that the enemy are putting something on me that simulates lag. And they cloak. Did we just kill him? Did we get him?
Well, there's good news and bad news. Which would you like to hear first?
Let's hear the bad news.
Bad news, the Ferengi managed to harvest a spore colony from the asteroid before we arrived. He's got more than enough to make our lives difficult if he sells to Ja'ula.
Oh crap.
The Ferengi ship just dropped out of Cloak, and by the look of things, they're suffering a full propulsion system breakdown. No impulse, no warp, thrusters only. So, how do you feel about taking those spores off their hands?
Depends if they jump away or not. Where is he? There he is. I click things and it doesn't always register. I think there's something with my internet connection maybe. I'm taking those spores off your lobes. I mean hands. Madran's Majesty. Pursue. Go to Madran's position. Well, I'm here. Pursue? What am I supposed to do? Is there a dialogue box here somewhere? An interact box? I think I've found the bug. Hang on, let me go back over here. I think I saw an interact box pop up somewhere over here. No, I think I've got a bug here. Ah, there it is.
Start, let me remind you that I have what you want, and it's one button press away from disintegration. My ship might be a mess, but my personal phaser works just fine.
Yeah, the prompt isn't quite, the dialogue prompt isn't quite aligned with the map circle. That's probably what it was.
You beamed out my spores!
Yeah.
Not one, not some, but all my spores! I'm ruined!
Tough break, dude.
I don't suppose you're interested in a very promising business opportunity on Ryza? Beachfront property?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say and do will be ignored because you're going to jail.
We've got company, angry company. They're targeting us and the Ferengi.
Red alert! All hands to battle stations.
Hand them over and we'll... You treacherous!
You despicable,
I won't
treacherous
tell the Gorn we have the spores if you don't.
nerf herder. Oh yeah, just kill them all. A little deal like that and you kill a whole bunch of crews. Was that really worth your lives, dudes?
The nerve of some people. Do they not know the 16th rule of acquisition? A deal is a deal. Ah, but you're not a barbarian like those. Never mind.
Nerf herders.
Got class, I can tell.
Thank you. But you're still under arrest and you're gonna share a cell with some big guy who's called Sister.
Now, don't be so hasty, my classy, well-armed friend. Before you haul me off, let me tempt you with a one-of-a-kind offer. That Ryzian timeshare I mentioned earlier, plus a full barrel of Tranya. 2386 vintage. Ooh, that's easily worth my weight in latinum.
Prepare the tractor beam. Let's get him where he belongs. Why prepare it? Why not just fire it? Preparing to prepare the preparing. Gotcha.
Tholian Queen Honey.
Tow Madran's vessel to your allies. Here you go, Birmingham. We got a gift for you. Is this the one who's been hurting you?
For action, and not a moment too soon. It looks like Madran's treacherous friends are coming back for a rematch.
We're seeing them too, Admiral.
I can honestly say I had nothing to do with these ships coming to kill us. They're doing it all on their own. You aren't going to let them kill me, are you? I'm helpless. You have to protect me.
Wasn't I just saying that Star Trek Online needs more comedy? I think we're getting it here. We'll do what we can. You're still under arrest, you snivelling little sleazeball. Find the big target. There it is. Never get the speed boost when you really need it, only when you don't want it. Thanks for blowing him up on top of my hull. And we got him. Come on, stop. I just clicked stop and it didn't stop.
Well fought indeed. They'll think twice about coming after us again.
Yeah, but where's my loot
I'll
gone?
let Alliance Command know what happened here today. If Jaula or any of Modron's friends try to harvest the spores in this system, we'll make sure they have a nice welcoming party waiting for them.
It's called, what is that, Kinja system? They should call it Troll system because it's got a Tellarite and a Ferengi in it. And Madran?
Modron's on his way to a Federation holding facility. We will make sure he faces justice for what he's done here today. Rest assured. Your work is done here. We'll take care of the wrap-up. Cabret, out.
At least that mining colony that Madran comes from will be safe. The salt mines of Kessel. Oh no, wrong franchise again. Not yet. We've got loot to pick up. Quite a bit of it. I just hope it's proper loot and not just consumables. Hey, it is a blue bit down there. I thought we were going to have a ground patrol amongst this. The next one must be the ground one then. And I better I'm running out of space, so I better clear some out. Prototype photon again? Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of those things I don't quite recognize. Plus all the junk. Probably earn more later. You can't salvage them. I'll keep that, I think. Okay. So now we can depart the system. That was the 4th patrol, and that was had some funny elements to it. Madran's madness and greed was kind of silly. He's got the right name, Madran. I bet his name was Ran, but people called him Mad, so he became Madran. So now we wait for the hail.
The Klingons think House Mokai forces are up to something in the Imaga system. I understand there was a problem with the planet killer in that system a while back. Interesting.
Planet killer.
Oh, where was I? Right, Imaga. In addition to a lot of debris and the ruins of this planet killer, there are spore colonies there. And House Mokai is probably harvesting them, so we should put a stop to that real soon.
Complete the Imaga system patrol by going to the Imaga system or by using the patrol launcher. Okay. Yeah, I did mention earlier that there might be a link to the Doomsday Machine, and that was just a pure hypothetical guess. But it seems like we might end up going that way. Some sort of Doomsday Machine link. Maybe the Alachi built the Doomsday Machines, or maybe they were Iconian. Although in Britain it's Iconian, or it should be. Yeah, we click that, we go to Events, select Patrol, close that window, choose the Ruins of Doom because we've done the knife, we've done within the Briars, we've done research, we've done Sentinels, so Ruins of Doom is the last one. And hit launch. And after this we've got that TFO to do. It's a good thing it's taken a long time for loading screens just lately. Because I can have a smoke between.
Getting some unusual readings from the spore colonies in this system. They're mutating at an accelerated rate, absorbing and emitting some nasty radiation as they do so.
I think that launch window should automatically shut off when the loading window comes up, so you're not left with it while you are in the patrol. Getting some unusual readings from the spore colonies in this system, Admiral. They're mutating at an accelerated rate, absorbing and emitting some nasty radiation as they do. Harpeng radiation. It was used to destroy the Doomsday Machine. Yes, it was, and that's what we used in this system. Yeah, this is the system where if you're a Federation character, you get switched onto a bird of prey for the mission, I believe, and you're disguised as a Klingon with a hologram.
Right, well, the spores are growing on the debris of this Doomsday Machine, which is where all of that radiation is coming from. This is a problem. The radiation is bleeding into the mycelial network through the spores. It'll cause serious damage if we don't deal with it soon.
Recommendations.
Hate to say it, but we need to cull the mutated spore colonies before the damage to the network is too great to reverse.
You mean kill them? Unfortunately. Understood. Helm, take us into the first spore colony. Maybe they'll defend themselves. God, this looks great, this image. That's a print screen moment. So, neutralize spore colony alpha. Go to spore colony alpha. Neutralize, you mean euthanize. No, not euthanize. Execute.
Watch out, Mokai raiders on an intercept course.
Oh god, here we go. I'm guessing not to enter that big sphere, just in case. How was I supposed to neutralize them again? Ah, there's a timer there. Let's see what that does. Right, if we go in now, how are we supposed to neutralize them?
Let's deal with the next spore colony before the Mokai send reinforcements.
5, 4, 3. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. Yeah, that. Hang on a minute. I thought we just neutralized them. Let's wait for it. 10 seconds. So how come it's still blowing since they've been neutralized? Maybe you have to neutralize them all in order to make it work.
Colony neutralized. Let's head toward the next one. Picking up Mokai ships on long-range sensors. We're about to have company.
Okay. Let's get ready. I think we got him. Now we go in.
Destroy these fools and take back what is rightfully ours. Comply!
Ha!
We will bring the stars of these honored for the Empire.
Trying to target the big one, but it's not letting me. What was that? I couldn't have hurt more than that though. Oh, that was that Chatula's big weapon. They really want me dead. How many heals can I muster? Pilot maneuver's not doing much. Wow, the lag. They really want me dead.
The rebels are breaking. Let us dispose.
It's lag a new weapon that's pulled out if they can't kill you with the NPCs. Sometimes I think it is, because lag is definitely trying to kill me sometimes. Huh, we did it! Wow.
Glorious. Did you see how Ja'ula ran like a scalded targ?
Oh, I recognise you, Captain Corrin.
And a disgrace to the memory of her honorable brother. We shall remain vigilant. If the coward Ja'ula shows her hideous face here again, I will finish what we started here this day. I will send her, screaming, to the gates of Grethor.
Obviously I did that right. Otherwise I would have had to kill the spores again. Anyway, before we leave the system, let's clean out the inventory again, because I have to keep doing this. I throw away more on my main character than my alternate characters could ever possibly dream of owning. Just because I can't be able to transfer it via the account bank. She has a lot to answer for.
Is it me, or do most forms of Klingon justice ultimately end with screaming in Grethor? You know, never mind. I think I know the answer to that. Look, as long as House Mokai isn't polluting and destroying the mycelial network, I'm good.
Depart system. That would be a good screenshot if it weren't for the big sphere spinning around. Screenshots need to be without all the spam. Okay, I don't think we're going to get hailed this time, because that was the last patrol, and that was fittingly challenging for the last part. Whoops, wrong button. Let's just have a look at the episode list. Yep, that was the last one, Ruins of Doom. Nothing in that tab, no. So the next thing is the Task Force Operation, the new one. Because we've done the episode, we've done the patrols, and now the Mycelial Task Force Operation. Well, I'm actually going to transwarp to the Delta Quadrant to see if my patrols, my endeavours come up. Because I swear I keep seeing one that keeps disappearing. And if you change instances, it might come up. So, we'll see. Obviously not yet. Right. Maybe it won't come up until after I've played the TFO for the first time. Anyway, we'll go into team chat for this, just in case somebody says something. We'll go into the events tab and enter the TFO that way. Mycelial Realm. I think it will be a ground TFO because everything else was space so far, except the episode, of course. The episode had a bit of both. Give me a moment, I just need a couple of puffs on my e-cigarette before I do this, because this is probably what's going to kill me. Nothing else has so far. Which surprises me a great deal in this squishy ship, since it's playing on an advanced setting rather than the normal. Ah, it even tells you when the event ends, exactly how much time you've got left. Which has been a question asked in chat many times. How many more days have I got left on Riser or on Winter event? Now we know. So, join TFO. It'll probably come up quick. Successfully joined operation. Operation is ready. I bet it's a ground one. Yep, that's fine.
Here's the problem. House Mokai has seeded EM dart probes in the mycelial network. They're radiating EM fields that cause wild, corrupted growth. Looks like the Mokai want to harvest mutated spores for use in their superweapon. We need to disable the probes, but just shooting or beaming them out won't work. They could explode and do a lot of damage to the network. You'll need to entice a tardigrade to follow you to each probe. Once it's there, the tardigrade will chew away the corrupted mycelium fibers on the probe. This will let you access the probe and disable it.
So it's the same as the episode.
EM fields are mutating Alachi living in the network as well. They've become aggressive, hostile, and territorial. You'll have to deal with them to stop the dark probes.
Okay, so basically it's the same as the episode. Come on, Tardy. Where are we headed? Is he going to continue following me? Where are they? Where are these dark probes? I hope there's someone not messing it all up for everybody while they still want to try it. Well, I know what to do. It's just other players are getting there quicker because they've obviously it's not their first time. I might serve better just shooting the Alachi, keeping them clear, because I can't find the probes.
That's all the probes on this island. Time to move to the next one.
So you can sprint with a tardigrade following you. Will you at least leave some for me to do? Or one?
Tardigrade did their part, now it's your turn. Disable the probe.
Well, at least I got one. I managed to squeeze in there.
That's all the probes on this island. Time to move to the next one.
Right, let's find another probe. There's one over there. Go on, Tardy. Eat it. I'm not taking much damage. Am I even playing on advanced?
Tardigrade did their part, now it's your turn. Disable the probe. That's all the probes on this island. Time to move to the next one.
Not bad for a first playthrough, eh? Come on, tardigrade. Laggy grade. Lagging behind. Here you go, tardigrade. Come on, where's the next one? There they are.
Tardigrade did their part, now it's your turn. Disable the probe.
Hang on a minute. What are we doing now? Move! Where's my character not moving? There's a briefing.
There's a large number of Alachi gathering at their outpost. They're using bioformers to release some kind of toxic gas. You need to stop them. Head to the Alachi outpost and use their computers to disable the bioformers.
There are 3 Alachi captains at any given time. Only one of them is vulnerable. The other captains were shielded that protects them from damage. When all 3 captains have been defeated, that mission objective is complete. Okay. Transport there. Catch up with the team. Where are they? Ah, it's over here. So which one is the vulnerable one? What are these for?
One console, one to go. That takes care of the consoles. Nice work.
Ah, so you're supposed to do something with the consoles as well. So that was it. I'm going to ask, was this advanced setting?
We're hoping the Alachi will settle down now that the dart probes have been dealt with. Ju'ula isn't going to give this up easily. She may try something like this again soon. Best we can do is monitor the hotspots and deal with it if it happens. Until then, you're good to go. We're ready to beam you back at any time.
Fleet marks, I've already got loads of discovery. 95 fleet marks, so no, I don't think it was advanced. Normal, there is no advanced version at the moment. Why do you private message to answer? Do not now, because I want to have a look around and see what it is about this consoles that we're supposed to do. So there is no advanced setting at the moment, according to that player, for this TFO. I wonder if the loot is still there from before, and can I use the... Yes, I can. They should make this a social zone or something. Would the loot still be there? And would I be able to get it in time? And did we leave any Alachi alive? I'm going to be beamed out. I'm not going to make it. But obviously the loot isn't there anymore. Nope. No loot. If you don't take it, it don't remain. That was a fun little TFO. Just a tiny little one, I suppose. I'm going to check what that player said to see if to confirm, because all my TFOs were set to advanced, and that TFO was called Mycelial Realm. So it would begin with an M. Yeah, it looks right. It looks like there isn't an advanced of it. Let's go to normal and see if it's there. Yeah, there's normal. No, I didn't want to join it. Not again. I was double clicking on it. So I suppose it would come under discovery marks, yes. And if we go to advanced with discovery marks, it's not there. And if we go to elite, it's not there. So that player was right. There is no advanced version. Only normal. So we were playing on normal difficulty. No wonder it felt so easy. Because I'd been doing the patrols and the episode on advanced, and to suddenly jump down to normal, that's why it felt so easy. But it was good. It was an interesting little mission. Something more for me to learn later on when I learned what those consoles do, because I didn't have time to read them due to players F-clicking their way through to the next bit, which you can't blame them for, really. Because I do it often myself. So there you have it. All the new content in one video that's just a tad under 4 hours. All the new content. How's that? Played at advanced setting except for the TFO, of course, which can't be played at advanced. And you saw my build at the beginning, which was not good for ground, but good enough. Not great for space, but good enough. Lots of accuracy for cannon scatter volley. And I suppose the one interesting thing I got out of playing this, other than my progress in the event, was the Alachi officer, who I will have to test out at some point. Is he smiling? No, definitely not. So, I'll leave it at that, I think. This is Alt Lexington on the 11th of September, saying if you sat through all this, watching it all, then you are a miracle. Please click that thumbs up button for a like. If you feel so inclined, please subscribe. But most importantly, if you wish it, make a comment. I would like to hear comments. Thanks for watching. Enjoy Awakening. Bye!